Okay, this video we're going to talk about the verb ir, which means to go. So in English, on our little verb chart, you'd have I go, you go, he or she goes, we go, you guys go, they go. Okay, that's kind of how it would look if we wrote them out in English. So the yo form in Spanish, the way you say I go, is voy. Now, I say the V as a B sound. If you go to Spain and South America, the V and the B, they sound exactly the same. So it's pronounced yo boy. Sounds like a boy, like a muchacho. But if you hear it, somebody that speaks English and Spanish, a lot of times this is softened. It sounds more like our V, like yo boy. But the proper way to say it is with the B sound, yo boy. Okay. So the two form is vas, va, vamos, and van. This is vice, but we don't use that one. Okay? So again, I go, you go, he or she goes, we go, they go, or you guys go. Okay, so ir almost always will be followed by the letter a. So you would have ir, or one of the forms of ir. You would add the letter a, and then you could, so let's say we are going to a place. So ir plus a place. So that would, you'd be able to describe where you're going. So yo voy a la tienda. I'm going to the store. Okay? If you do ir plus a plus a verb or an infinitive, then you're describing what you're going to do. So, yo voy a comer in el Chick-fil-A. So you say, I'm going to go eat at Chick-fil-A. Okay? So, but most of the time, you'll see this ir with the a. Okay? All right, which brings up two, let me erase this because we need to talk about contractions. Okay, contractions. There's only two of them in Spanish. And we need to bring that up because this one, you will see it when we use the verb ir. So one of the contractions in Spanish is a plus el. So if you say like, oh, I'm going to the park, you say voy a el parque. Well, you have to combine those two to al. So you would see it as be voy al parque. Okay, which this really means a and el. It's a contraction of that. So you have your a that goes with ir, the form of ir, and then you have el that means the that goes with parque. Okay? Okay. So there's al, and then the other contraction in Spanish is del. So if it's de and el, is del. Okay? If this word here is la, it's not a contraction. It doesn't work. So you just leave it as a la or de la. Okay? So this is of or from the, whatever it is. Okay? And in Spanish, the contractions are not optional. In English, you could say it is, or you could say it's. Right? Either one is fine. You're allowed to use both, or cannot and can't, or will not and won't. It's optional which if you want to contract it or not. In Spanish, it's not optional. The reason is because they're not big on, and this isn't exactly the same sound, but when a word ends in a vowel and the next word starts with a vowel, they don't like that. A lot of times they'll combine them. So this one, de and el, just del. I don't know if you've ever heard people say mijo. They say mijo. That's really mi hijo, my son. But because this one ends in an E and this one starts with an E, it just gets combined. They just talk so fast that a lot of those syllables or those words get combined. Okay? All right, so that's our verb ir and our contractions. And using ir to talk about going somewhere or doing something. Okay? All right.